It's that time of the year again where all of my standers prodigals go and paint a picture of a joyful life. I just got off the phone with yet another stander who said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to do this. And I find out that from this standard, as is typical, that his wife was posting pictures, going on vacations, skipping times with their children so that she could go on vacations with the other man and do the things that prodigals do. And this man has been a stander for a while, and it just was so hurtful. For all of you watching, if you are a stander, if you know someone whose spouse has left them, know that this summer season is a very painful season because we see, just like the holidays, images that would have us be convinced that our prodigals have found their person, have found happiness, and they are, in fact, never coming home. Well, I'm here to tell you, images are deceptive. This season is a time when we hide all the negatives. We try to show you a picture of all the joys. Think of your own pages on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you use. Do you post the days when your mascara is falling down your face? Do you post the days when you are sick and have a headache or a vomitous stomach? You don't. You only post the joys. Your prodigal is double-minded right now. He or she is going to give an impression that they are very happy. They're going to try to make it look like they have found their person. Or if they don't have a person, they're going to try to make it look like they have found happiness since they've left you. But this is all false. Remember, Satan is trying to get them to post these images so that you will quit, so that you will give up, so that you will think, this is it, it's hopeless. Well, Satan is wrong and evil and deceptive. It is never hopeless. Because with God, it said, hope never disappoints. And don't forget, I myself, 4 decades ago, was one of those who, if there was social media, would have been posting happy pictures. But I wasn't happy. Not all the time. There were times when you're prodigal where you think you're happy in the beginning, when you're having fun and you've just escaped the bondage that marriage is. And you're doing the fun things that, look appealing at first. But I will tell you, there's always, every day in the back of your mind, because you're not going to say it out loud. Trust me. Ask anyone else who's ever been a prodigal, who's ever had an affair, who's ever left their spouse. We have all of our self-doubts. We have all of our shame. And we will always try to rationalize it. We will always use cognitive dissonance. You know what that is? If you always believe something's wrong, it's wrong to have an affair. And now your actions don't match your words. It's wrong to have an affair, but I'm having an affair. So now I'm going to change my thoughts to match my actions. Well, in my case, it's really not an affair because my husband was unfaithful to me emotionally when he didn't provide love or attention or whatever. We come up with lies. And we will then find thoughts, twist our thoughts to match our actions instead of changing our actions to match what we know to be true. I need to encourage you, stander. Don't fall for the lies. Your prodigal is not always happy. God is always, always trying to turn the heart of your prodigal back to you, but turning the heart of your prodigal back to him first. What I ask of you is, do you have what it takes? Do you know God? Do you know truth? Are you or are you not married? Has God or has God not said to stand? Because I will always tell you this, God will always tell you to stand. If you're in a valid marriage, God will never tell you that it's okay for you to leave. I'm not talking to those people who are being abused and hurt and need to get out of the same house for the sake of safety. But he will always say to you, but you're still married. Please know that what you're seeing with your natural eyes in these images, these vacations, these hedonic pleasures that your prodigal is currently experiencing is no different than the prodigal son. When he left his father, took his fortune, thought his life would be great, slept at the prostitute, spent all the money, had lots of friends. He was the life of the party. Everybody loved him while he had money. When the money was gone and the famine came, His friends were gone. His money was gone. His joy was gone. And that's when he had a choice to make. And that's when he seriously was like, I need to go back to my dad. This is a test of your faith. Let's not worry about your prodigal right now. The Lord is asking you, do you trust me? Because you need to remember, I love your prodigal more than you do. And I will ensure I send a famine to every prodigal. I mean, that's not a maybe. That's not in some cases. No, God doesn't want your prodigal in hell. And God adores them. So God is going to say, I'm going to put this obstacle in your path. I'm going to put this obstacle in your path. I'm going to put this obstacle in your path. Because your prodigal does, in fact, have free choice. But God is going to work with you. And while your prodigal is doing that and he's putting obstacles in his or her path, he's testing your faith. You said you'd stand with me, Christine. You said you'd stand with me, Sarah. You said you'd stand with me, Sally, Tom, Greg, Ben, Chris. I'm testing you, my standard children. Do you trust me? Keep on doing what you know to be right. Do it for your children. It's been 70 years, 60 years since no-fault divorce laws. And now we have many, 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 many books, research. The most comprehensive research has just come out. And it again pounds on all the other research saying adult children of divorce, it's devastating. Even if your spouse never comes back, which let's not say that's going to happen because I've had so many scores of reconciliations already. In my group alone, not to mention all the other ones I've worked with. And your children will always, always have more security. A, if you and your spouse reconcile, so don't close that door. And B, even if your spouse continues to live a prodigal lifestyle, there is such great peace that when they know they can come to your house, and in your house, you'll never have another person in your bed. In your house, they can lay around in their jammies. In your house, they can be themselves. Give your prodigal that gift, give your child that gift of knowing you're the safe parent. Carry the heavy cross so they don't have to. But still keep the door open so that their other parent feels free to come home without judgment. Okay? So don't look at the summer pictures. Don't go shopping for pain. Turn off it, block it if you need to. And just go about keeping your eyes fixed on God, knowing He's got this. And if that's not enough and you still need to talk to someone, look me up. Join my group. So you could go to Sacred Standards, plural, sacredstandards.org and scroll to the bottom and sign up for my standards group. Or contact me at christine@breakfastwithbacon.com. And I'll give you my phone number if we need to talk. Everything in my standards group is free. The only thing you ever have to pay for is if you have a one-on-one session with me, because that's my income. Unless, of course, you think, gosh, that Christine's doing some awesome work. I'd love to donate. Link below. I would really appreciate any spare change that you have that could help me get to that goal of saving 1 million marriages before I die. And you know, I mean, not me, but God, through me. I can always use your help. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. You've been watching another little bacon bit. I want to remind you always to live your life sunny side up.